Hello, watch lovers. You know what time it is.
What time is it, Spence?
It's 8 o'clock. It's Monday night.
Carry on.
16th of Jan.
I've ruined your flow.
No, not at all.
Go on, finish off.
Hayley, you joining us tonight? You with us?
Yeah, I'm with you.
Good.
Lord
And
gracious.
we have Gav.
We have Gav.
That's it. That's what you get.
That's it.
That's all.
We have
That's it.
Gav.
And James, of course.
And James, of
Not
course.
forgetting James. So welcome, everyone.
Also, we should say thank you. We always forget to say thank you to our moderators, Greggy and Ian, who are out there doing a great
Thank
job
you, guys.
Yeah, thank
on our
you.
behalf. You're all still part of the team.
Always.
Welcome to Monday. Welcome to Monday. Hope everybody's doing well. There's mass disappointment in the camp on this side of the desk. Spencer,
Why?
should we just cover it
No,
quickly?
it's not. I support Brentford now. I told
Oh,
you.
you're Brentford?
I'm Brentford.
Oh, do you know what? I think that's a great shout. I'll be a Brentford supporter.
Well, that
as well.
way you're not as upset.
Everybody
every
loves
week.
Brentfords, don't they?
Exactly.
Yeah, nobody
exactly.
likes Tottenham.
Or even Fulham.
We are. Oh, I couldn't be Fulham. Thorpe is Fulham.
No, that's
No.
the only reason why
They're like
not.
literally
Exactly.
forgotten London.
No, Brentford. It's fine.
Brentford, good one. Yeah. We are no longer Spurs. Yeah. Well, disaster yesterday. Gonna say mitigating
No,
circumstances.
one of the best
It could
home,
have been
one of the best home goals of all time.
of all time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Larice, thank you very much
Yeah.
for that.
And someone, you know what? Someone came into me today, our friend who is in football, and he said, Larice has got a double. Yeah? One of them plays for France, and one plays for
Got
Spurs.
a twin brother.
He's got a twin brother.
Yeah. I always said that Larice should wear a French shirt, goalkeeper shirt, underneath his Spurs shirt because he's a completely different. He is a completely different player.
It's his twin brother.
Yeah. The only thing is, I'm just pleased, Kaylee, that we didn't get humiliated in the second half as well as the first half because we got utterly battered.
Who
in the
did you
first half.
play?
We played Arsenal, Kaylee.
They're doing really well at the minute,
They're
aren't
top
they?
of the league, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gav, I did mention to you, the score wasn't 2-0 for me because at 1-0 I went outside at 30
You went out
minutes
with
to have
Simon, didn't you?
I went out and had a coffee and we had a chat and everyone was looking at the screens. I didn't go back into the second half.
Did you not? No. I was busy working yesterday. I didn't get to see the game at all.
You didn't
And in
miss
fact, I
anything.
still haven't. You showed me the goal this morning.
Sure. Well, you saw the own goal, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I am one of these people who does watch Match of the Day too to see what happened, but I just felt it was bloody awful. So I was listening to the commentary on the car on the way home and just thought, oh, this is just horrific. Yeah. So anyway, Pete the Greek up the Leeds. There you go. Up Man United. Man United are on absolute rock and roll, aren't they?
Marcus Rashford's on absolute rock and roll.
Marcus Rashford
David's
is
happy.
on fire.
David's happy in the off. Brighton as well.
Brighton as well on
Newcastle are
fire.
number 3 I saw today.
Well,
Third in the league.
I spoke to Ian Nicholson last week because he had the whole dilemma because, of course, he's a Jordan, he supports Newcastle, but for some reason he's also Fulham. No, he's Fulham.
Is he Fulham
I
as
think
well?
as a Thorpe. Yeah. So he's Fulham. So he didn't mind, obviously, who won, but obviously they sneaked in a goal and there was an awful penalty and he double touched it or something.
He deflected off
how's
his
your
leg.
luck, Mitrovic? Yeah, there we go. Oh, anyway, welcome to this week's episode of That Watch Guy London. 5 Tudors for your collection. Spencer, you've probably never worn a Tudor in your life, have you?
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well,
but I do think they're a fantastic watch for the money.
Well, that's good. We're going to get to that in just a second. I want to just very quickly show you a clip that was sent in by It's My Game 99 on Instagram to us. A really fun clip. Have a little look at this, everyone.
But again, I first came to United, I'd been at Forest, and I thought, nice watch. I was in town with Sharpie, great guy, and we saw this Rolex. Again, I didn't have a clue, Rolex watch, God knows. And the guy was trying to sell me this watch, and I was looking, it was like 1,100. But it was another watch for 2,000, but he was saying to me, I'd recommend the one for 1,100. And I was thinking, good guy, because I thought he'd be trying to sell me the more expensive one. So he took the watch away and I'm sent to Sharp. I said, he seems a nice fella, really good guy. He's looking after me. He's not trying to sell me the more expensive one. He went, what's it mean? I said, well, he's selling me that one. I've given my credit card for, 1,150. And Sharp, he went, no. I was 11,500. I said, you serious? He went, yeah. The best one is the guy, he went, well, tell the guy you don't want it. I went, nah, sick, we cringing.
Ego.
Ego, pride, Gary, yeah. Famous last words. They came out with a watch and I went, cheers, thanks a lot. And I remember he saying to me, you're a very rare watch, people could chop your arm off for this, very rare. We left, there was one in the shop across the road. I remember looking at it and I said to Sharp, I went, hey, keep that to yourself. I went, I'm new to the club. I don't want to think I'm a fool. And the next day we get on the bus and all the lads are like, hey, what time is it? I'm like, idiot. I still have it. I still have the watch and it's gone up in value. So
Got it.
What was it? I didn't
He's
hear
still
the
got the
first
watch.
bit.
He didn't mention the watch that he had. He just basically went into a watch shop and thought it was £1,150. It was 11,500. And he thought the salesman had done
doing well.
Doing
Great
well because
job.
he didn't sell him the one at £2,000, which was obviously 20 grand. So he bought the watch. I was too embarrassed to say anything when he realised he got the price all wrong.
Oh my gosh,
But a
stop.
great story, and thank you very much to It's My Game 99 for popping that across to us. I hope everybody enjoyed that little clip. Kaylee, what are you sporting today? What's on the wrist?
I'll just show you. I mean,
What's she pinched?
She's gone back to bimetal Daytonas.
No.
Used to be like Datejust and things, bimetal Daytonas.
Let's have a little, let's pop it in front of the
love
camera in
this
front of everyone.
watch.
Let's give it a little wipe before it gets on.
This is new in. It still needs to go for our quality control department.
Okay, so you basically pinched it out of the post.
Yeah, I love it. Obsessed.
There we go. Let's just pop that on.
Yeah.
And you can. I mean, I don't love that.
You don't.
No,
I think
no.
the black dial and the bimetal for me is probably my favourite.
I mean, I do like the black dial, but I just can't get my head around bimetal.
Oh, can you not?
No. I don't know.
Fair enough.
I don't know if it was black and gold. It would make more sense to me, but it just seems like there's too much going on for me on that watch.
Okay.
You love that, Spence?
As I
It's a
agree
good
with
seller.
Kaylee, on the dial, the blacks,
Yeah.
I think the black looks great with it.
Yeah. On the bimetal, that's the best style in my opinion.
Again, for a Daytona, those are good values, the bimetal, compared to the steel. You think it's quite reasonable.
And which, in a funny kind of way, amazes me that it's bimetal and it's worth,
Yeah.
Anyway,
less than the
worth less.
steel.
Spencer, what have you got on? What are you going to shock us with this week?
I'm a bit more low-key than Kaylee. There we go.
But-
Just the sub,
Same
the
watch.
126610. Yeah.
I mean, I tell you
He
what,
just doesn't
you're
switch it up,
basically
does he?
you're basically in the mode, and that's it now. We're going to see a Submariner for the whole of the year, aren't we, on you?
No, we'll change.
You're going
It
to
won't be
change
I'm going to go through every month, different watch.
every month,
Every month.
not every week.
Not every week.
You've got hundreds
I
of
need
watches
to
in
feel
stock.
the watch and feel the way through it. I think monthly.
Okay.
Kaylee?
Yeah.
You'd be
Okay.
impressed if I changed them.
Our
Oh,
boss level
yes.
said that Daytona must be worth more. It's been worn by the Queen.
Oh my god. Thank you.
There we go. So you got a Daytona, and obviously nobody got the memo. The clue was in the title.
Yeah.
5 Tudors for
Sorry,
your
I
collection.
did
And we
actually
put on
think this
Rolexes.
later,
And you
but-
both put on Rolexes, which it has some synergies.
What that does show you, we did have a busy day.
I know
'Cause
you
we
always have a
didn't-
busy day.
There we go.
I
Especially
know.
Mondays.
So Gav obviously has brought, and I have to say, I have barely taken it off Spencer since I purchased it. But my Tudor Pelagos 39, which I absolutely adore. I love it. It barely feels like I've got a watch on my wrist in the titanium.
Yep.
I don't know, guys, what you think about the Pelagos 39, or if you've got your name down waiting for one. In fact, just to give you a heads up, Spence, someone slated me on Instagram. It's okay, Kaylee,
Who?
don't worry. Someone slated me because I put a thing up saying I got my Pelagos, and someone went, "That's a bloody cheek. I don't know how you're getting these watches, Gav, because so and so.
You know why?
I've been
'Cause
after a chrono for forever." And of course, the week after, I went in and they offered me a chrono, which I turned down.
Oh.
And I messaged them and say, "By the way, you might want to check out Selfridges very quickly today," because they bought it and they thanked me.
Really?
Yeah. I'm because on my travels every day, Spence.
Let's have a look. Can I have a quick
Have a little
at
look.
this?
What do you think of that?
Trolls.
No, they weren't trolling. It was just saying, they were just a bit, how come Gavs gets a watch? But I am
Which
around
hasn't
every
got
day
his
driving
sub
everybody
non-date,
mad.
though.
Heavenly Mark, does everyone have lip sync slightly out or just me? Oh, I don't know. Oh, Greggy Boy saying it's the same. Don't know.
James.
James, if you want to have a little look at that.
Can you
James,
please
have you
speed up
not
your
paid for
speaking?
the internet?
Yeah.
Can you speak faster?
Guys, I don't know
Hello.
what you think about Tudors, but do pop them in the comments. I'm going to go through everything
Yeah,
and just
thanks.
see what we can see. Matt H says the 42mm blue is a great watch. I prefer it to the 39 all day long. Matt, I have to say, I'm starting to think about the blue at 42 as well. I think it's really, really gorgeous.
I love titanium. I do like
It's fabulous, isn't it?
do like it.
Really, really lovely.
What's that?
Yeah,
42.
really, really gorgeous.
Yeah. Bigger one.
Spence, do you want to update us? I know there's not much to show in terms of footage, but how's the new build coming on? Kaylee
coming
says
on.
she never sees you anymore.
Someone's got to deal with it. It's coming on. Look, it's going to be 3-4 months, but very exciting. We've got some great stuff going on, and obviously we will be doing bookings, and we'll be going there for our YouTube.
Any
Yeah.
surprises along the way as you sort of strip back the...
Yeah, leaks and holes and
Leaks and holes.
leaks and things that need repairing
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
dry rot. Yeah, it's great.
Right, okay.
It's great, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll get there.
Exciting project.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Kaylee, you just have to bear with it.
No, I am very excited. Very excited.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think all the viewers will
But
be
we'll keep them
shocked.
updated, not on a weekly basis, but as things
I
get
don't
done.
think people realise, Spencer,
No, they
actually
don't. That's what I was
how
gonna say.
hands-on you are with projects.
No.
I mean, obviously you have
Well,
work.
that way we get right.
Yeah. I mean, you're literally leading
No,
the
he's
building
a
team.
project
I'm
manager.
project manager.
Yeah.
100%.
I haven't got the budget to pay someone, so I've got to do it.
You haven't got the budget, so you have to be on site to make sure it's all done properly. Yeah, fantastic.
If you want something done, do it yourself.
Yeah.
Or give it
Motto.
to a busy person.
Or give it to a busy person. Yeah. The YouTube sensation that is Tim Wright is telling everybody to upvote. Thank you very much,
Thank
Tim.
you.
Lovely
Thank
to
you,
have you
Tim.
on board. I think
Thank
you're in
you.
Miami, Tim. Have a great time in Miami, and we look forward to watching all of your exploits because we're not there this year.
No, so
Yeah, we're not there this year, so there we go. Right, guys, I can see all your comments coming through, and I think, there we go. Mark S, love the Chrono I purchased from BQ. Keithy B, I have a BB58 and a Grand Tour. I've had the left-hand Pelagos, which is actually, that's the watch I want, and the BBGMT are both amazing watches. The left-hand drive you can't find at UK ADs at the moment. I've been putting in a call for that one. And Pete the Greek says he's on the fence with Tudors. So let's go. Let's talk about Tudors, and let's bring out sort of number one, Kaylee. I went through your stock,
Yeah.
and I picked out some watches.
GMT,
And just for a
isn't
bit
it?
of background, Tudor founded nearly 100 years ago, 1926.
Wow.
Yeah. How many people, Spencer, do you think it takes to make a Tudor watch? So all sorts of rubbish you can find out on the internet. 80.
80.
80 people to make a Tudor from components to final product. Wow. And obviously Tudor and Rolex are both owned by the Hans Willdorf Foundation. So let's have a little look at the first one.
Again, that's
Spencer,
fabulous.
why do you think
Totally
I've picked this
different.
one out?
GMT.
Yeah, why do you think I picked out a GMT?
Because you know I love GMTs.
Exactly. So my job today, Spencer Dreyer, is to convince you that you have got to not only wear Rolex watches, but
And put some
Tudors are top drawer. So let's just talk through this watch. Tudor GMT, 41mm.
The weight on it, the size, fabulous. Really is.
Now, you often wear a
The Pepsi.
Pepsi.
That looks smaller. It's funny looking at it. It looks slightly. I mean, it's not.
I think
but
it's the bezel smaller.
yeah, that'll be why.
The case of the watch is bigger, but the bezel's smaller.
Yeah.
And again, no shoulder guards. That's how it differs on that
Yeah.
one.
What price have we got on this, Kaylee?
So this is 3,500.
3,000.
Fabulous value.
Well, fabulous value because this retails for 3,950. So slightly just under list, and probably because it's had a little bump up in money of 10% as well, which doesn't mean you need to go and adjust your prices, Spence.
No, look,
But,
I think they're value for money.
Great value for watches. And in
And
terms,
this is 2022 as well. This particular one. So that's it's a good watch to have.
beautiful watch, guys. What do you think of a GMT? I don't, let us know in the comments what you think. Looking at the case as well,
Big case on that.
it is a big case on that, isn't it? Pop that on your wrist, Spencer. Let's see how it looks on you. Let's have a little look. Ah, Paul Thorpe. Where have you been? Where have you been
We were
hiding?
talking about you earlier.
We were. I was watching.
Paul.
I was watching Paul in the bath the other day while he was doing one of his
Okay.
predictions. Yeah, that's when I watch Paul. I find it very relaxing to put some
Sorry,
candles.
You were in the bath or Paul was in the bath?
Paul wasn't in the bath with me. I was watching Paul whilst I was in the bath, watching his predictions. Yeah, I was watching him and Danny, which kept me.
Yeah, really
Going.
nice this. It's the bezel that's thinner.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
But what a great value watch. And
Oh,
what
100%. Great
I
value
think
for money.
over the last sort of couple of years, even the last year, Tudor just seemed to be getting things so right, especially with the squeeze on Rolexes, or that has been in prices, and also the limited supply. To know you can get a fabulous watch that's beautifully constructed and still has the history. And I love the fact that they bring out some sort of
You know what else is lovely?
Vintagey
The flat dial.
iterations.
That they look old.
yeah. They just
That's
have
it.
that retro
Yeah.
kind of look.
I
Talk-
always look between when I started, obviously, at BQ and now, like you said about Tudor. When I started, I know it was still like a popular brand, but to how
It's
it is
grown,
now,
it's
it
grown.
is crazy.
But
And
it's
I've only
Mr.
been here
Beckham
2.5
there as well.
years.
I don't
Yeah.
think he does any harm.
Yeah, no, Mr.
No,
Beckham.
he does
Well,
no
did you
harm.
notice, Spencer? We put you and David Beckham on the picture. Because you're equally as suave. You've just got less tattoos,
Fashion icon.
less football
And I just
ability,
haven't got my suit on
less
today.
money, less suits,
That's great.
less popularity on Instagram. But apart from that,
There's nothing in
not
it,
a
is
lot
there?
between them. Talking of retro, let's have a look at number two. Number two, I've picked out. Tell us what this is, Kaylee.
What a piece. What a piece.
What is that, Kaylee?
That's the Tudor Black Bay Pro on the strap rather than the bracelet.
On the rubber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Smaller, isn't it?
So it's a hybrid rubber, isn't it? What price have you got on that, Kaylee?
so that one is 3,950.
Okay. So that's 3,950, and the list on this is 3,200.
Wow.
So for the comment earlier about how much below list do you buy them all at, actually, these probably sell for a little bit more, don't they? I'm not going to open that up because it's tightly done up. So
Do you want me to?
Pop it there. Oh, no, it's okay. I can pop it in the camera there. I also have this watch, and I love this. Spencer,
Do you have it on the strap or the? You have it on
I've
the
got it on the
bracelet, don't
bracelet.
you?
I've got it on the bracelet. What is it that you love about this watch, Spence?
Again, I love with all the Tudors that they look old and.
What does this
vintage.
one remind you of?
Steve McQueen.
Explorer.
Yeah, and that's why I bought it.
Yeah.
Just the dots, the yellowing, the
Yeah.
aging.
I just think it's absolutely it's a great watch to have in your wrist, and also once again just at a great price,
Yeah,
isn't it?
Exactly. Again, this is 2022 as well, Gav.
Yeah. I don't know what you think of that. What size is that? It's 39, isn't it? 39 millimeter,
yeah.
and it's got 3 bracelet options on that. So, yeah, once again, it's a.
Yeah.
Katie, did you size that for your wrist?
Let's have a look.
No.
It's teeny tiny, isn't it? Greggy boy, I have it on a bracelet, but really want the strap. Yeah, it is a lovely
Does
piece.
it not
detail
come with
love.
all of them? Or you
No, it doesn't. You buy its.
You buy
yeah.
it.
You pick which one you want,
Yeah.
don't you?
With my Pelagos, I got a strap,
Yeah.
and also I got the diver strap as well, which is beautiful.
Yeah. I know some come with the strap, like the extra straps, but then some.
Yeah. Tim Jack says I got
obviously.
the Black Back Bay Pro on a bracelet and ordered the strap. Been waiting over
perfect,
6
mate.
months.
Maybe we sized it to your wrist.
So, exactly. It's
Oh,
perfect.
there you go, girl's wrist.
Yep.
Can we convince you, Spence, by the end of the
No,
show?
he
to-
just said to
I
me.
said.
Yeah.
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just said I could actually see myself wearing one of these. So.
Terry Tibbs is saying watch traders say they get 30 to 40% off all Tudor. How do they achieve this? No idea.
No idea.
No
No
idea.
idea. Power of negotiation. Moving on to choice number 3. Come on. What have we got,
This
Kaylee?
is- I do love this one. This is the chrono, Tudor chrono.
So it's the Black Bay Chrono,
Yeah.
41 millimeter. What have you got?
4,750 on this one.
4,700. Let's put it under the camera so we can have a little look.
Really nice, that is.
So,
And again, I
We
love
were
the
t-
rivets on the bracelet.
rivets on the bracelet. We were talking only last week about the Daytona and the fact that we were hoping for some sort of retro looking, feel to it. But for me, once again, it feels like Tudor have the license to really go sort of, old school looking on some of the watches. And
Yeah.
of course, it does come in a white iteration as well, doesn't it?
Yeah. See, that's very
the
popular
reverse.
because I think that's what.
I like both. I think they're both good.
Yeah, I'm not sure if I could pick between the two, actually.
The white looks bigger.
Do you think?
For
I
the
think I
watch.
like the white because it's got a black bezel. I think that's probably why I like the Daytona as well.
Yeah. White
know
or
what I
black,
mean?
guys? What do you think? Yeah, Paul says it. What a lineup Tudor have put together. They really have. They really have gone for it. And it makes you wonder, actually, that they can be so creative with their watch
I
releases.
wonder what's going to come out this year.
Well, that's really interesting because I think everybody is as excited for what comes out of Tudor now.
As they are.
If you're a
I'm
watch lover, as they do with
100%
Rolex.
gonna start wearing a couple.
Yeah. Have we
Yeah.
convinced you already?
Yeah,
Gav,
you
what's
have.
the time? It's only 20 past 8. We've already convinced him.
Well, that's
No.
unbelievable, isn't it?
No, I really do.
70-hour power reserve, pretty much on most of these watches. But quality pieces. You've only sold them for 15 years, Spence.
He's looking at it like he's
Yeah,
never seen
like he's
it.
never seen it.
Oh,
It's like
nice,
we've
that.
it's like we've shown it. It's like Wilson from that film, and he's just
Gav,
seen
you're a great
food for the first
salesman.
time.
Do you know that?
You can give me a job anytime. Don't worry. I love that. Funnily enough. On to our next one, which is another watch, Spencer, that I may well be in for, because I think I'm getting a bit of a Tudor bug. What have you got out next,
But this
Kaylee?
is very similar to yours, is it not?
So this is the Pelagos, but this is
Yes.
the bigger size.
This is the big brother.
Yeah.
So we've got the
Yeah.
Tudor Pelagos 42mm in titanium. Once again, a 70-hour power reserve.
Suits you, Spence, that one.
Do you want to pop it up for the camera so everyone can have a little
Kaylee,
look?
stop playing with the plastic in the mic.
I've already
Sorry.
spent about 10 grand.
You're buying all of them that we've got
Yeah,
in
but
stock.
the beautiful thing is you spent 10 grand, you've bought two
Yeah,
or three...
Rolex, you get half a watch.
You've bought
Yeah.
2 or
With
3
Tudors,
watches.
you get 4.
Yeah. Let's have a little look at that. So that's the bigger brother to this. And Yeah, it doesn't seem to be focusing at all, does it? Let me just move it down here. I thought it was my eyes, James. There we go. If I just put the two of them together side by side, you can probably see the difference. I'm not really good.
These are very popular, though, these Pelagos.
There's no drop coming, James. Those days are over.
That was one time only.
Yeah, there we go. You can see, hopefully, the difference in size just there. But what I'm thinking is I've enjoyed my Pelagos 39 so much that I think, actually, the big brother is calling me next because...
Gav, can I just see that?
Yeah. I think that on my wrist...
Has that got red writing as well? No, it hasn't.
No, it hasn't.
This is a 4-liner with 1 line of red.
Yeah.
What's that got on the dial?
Boss Levels, if you give us a call in the morning, we will tell you.
Yeah, Boss Levels. Best deal for a viewer, me on the Black Bay Pro.
Guys, the difference is the bigger one has got a 5-liner on the dial.
Yeah.
And saying Pelagos. Kaylee, what's that saying red? Is that Pelagos?
What price have you got on the Pelagos, Kaylee?
Yes, it's Pelagos, Spence.
Yeah.
What price have you got on the Pelagos?
3,950.
Okay, and you've got that up at 4,120. So not massive.
So what we got here, 39 and 41 looks
39 and 42.
It's a lot bigger.
There's a lot of Tudor on the website.
Yeah, there's. I mean, a lot of Tudor on the website. A lot of great choice options.
Difference in price on these?
I think about 600 quid actually. Well,
what list price?
Yeah.
Yeah.
About £600. So not terrible.
Very nice, both really.
And
nice.
you can't really do a show about Tudor.
Can you without the one that we get hounded?
Yeah.
Every question box, everything you get. What do you think it is, everyone?
Harrods.
Oh, Spence Christ.
Limited edition, but not limited in numbers. But they are numbered as well, aren't they? Are they numbered? Is there a number on the back, Spence?
Don't ask me, I just sell watches.
I know you do. You probably can't see. I can't see with that.
No, I actually don't think there is a number on the back.
Is there not? Have a little look on the back.
There are numbers on the back.
Yeah. I think there are.
Oh, I never noticed this.
James will Google it.
6339.
Okay, well that's good. Give away the number, Spence. Live on the air. Great, lovely.
Yes, they've got a unique
I always
number.
tell people everything. You know that.
Okay. So yes, I believe they are numbered, but it doesn't actually mean anything.
Number close to 9,000.
Okay, let's have a little look at that. So, actually, for me, would I want to own one of these? I'm not necessarily sure I would. Everybody seems to try to collect them because they think they're going to have some sort of intrinsic value, you know, over and above some of the other releases for Tudor. But the bottom line is, actually, it's a great collab, isn't it?
Yeah,
Harrods, high-end clients. Yeah. They've got their own boutique, which is beautiful. And I do like the idea of boutique-only drops,
it's
as
different.
it were.
I like it.
Yeah, I really think that's kind of cool.
So this Gav is 4,050.
That's 4,050.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me have a little look at my sheet.
If I'm right, list has gone up to I think
370. As I took off the website today, 3370. So still trades at a slight premium. Obviously because I think they're quite difficult still to get, aren't they?
Yeah.
But any more difficult than any other Tudor these days? Because I know I had to wait quite a long time for both of mine to come through.
No, I think it's probably about the same. And obviously, like you said, it's only limited to Harrods. So.
Yeah. And funnily enough, the thing I don't like about this is the gold. Maybe my thing is about gold.
Yeah, I don't think you like
I
gold.
like all gold watches.
Oh.
I like rose gold.
You don't like mixed.
I don't like mixed because this, if I look at this and I look at the numbering, yeah, it's the gold on the hands that I don't really love.
It's sort of a bit bronzy, is it not?
Ish.
But yeah.
Ish.
But this is very popular, Gav, this Harrods.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one we always get asked about in the questions, don't we? Spencer, if we had to ask you to pick out those 5, can I have my Pelagos back, by the way?
I think probably
before it goes into your stock.
Probably your Pelagos.
My 39.
The 39?
Because you've got baby wrists.
Probably although I do like the one on the rubber.
Oh, the Pro.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'd like it on the rubber.
No, he likes it on the rubber.
So what I'd like to do, Spencer, then, is maybe, because you've got these in stock,
yeah,
and I think you've got one on the rubber as well. So my suggestion is you take it out of the box take it out the safe, wear it for the week, and next week come and report back to us on how you got on.
Okay.
How do you feel about that?
I'm going to have a look. I'll see if I can deal with it.
Don't promise.
Kaylee, for you, which one would you say is your top pick out of this bunch?
Normally I'd go Harrods, but I think I'd go the Chrono.
See, I'm leaning towards the Chrono as well.
Black or
really
white
like
then?
it.
I would go black.
I would go white.
Yeah,
I'll go black.
yeah. Not sure why.
I like the white because I feel like with the black bezel, the white stands out. And that's my opinion.
I think for me, because I am not necessarily a steel Daytona lover. It's not a watch that I necessarily would like to own. And have it in rose gold on the Oyster Flex. But in the steel, I feel like I really love the look of that because I just feel it's like a little bit on the retro. Could you please explain a little about the relationship between Tudor and Rolex? Yeah, quite simply. Sisters, yeah. So Tudor was founded in 1926, as I said at the top of the show,
Rolex,
by Hans Wilsdorf. 1905 for Rolex. And basically Hans Wilsdorf wanted to make a tool watch that, as in his description, could be used by miners, bricklayers, the common people, and it was a sort of budget end watch. They're both owned still by the Hans Wilsdorf Foundation.
Yep.
Okay, so they're a not-for-profit charity, basically, charitable trust, which I think is still amazing, which is why you can never find any information out really about Rolex and why it's also secretive. And I think someone told me it's basically run by sort of lawyers and sort of smart, clever people, as well as obviously watch people. But
Sure.
yeah, that's the history of them. But Tudor sort of stopped for quite a long while, didn't they? They sort of really went out of fashion. They had a relaunch, I think, in around, I'm going to guess and say 2016, when Beckham came on board.
Yes.
They did a whole brand relaunch, didn't they?
Yeah, it was quite flat for a while.
Yeah.
Not much at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now they've like skyrocketed.
Very interesting. And whilst I was going through, as much as we're guessing about what Rolexes are coming and what Submariners, and we showed last week some mock-ups that we made, I see somebody on the internet has popped this up, which is basically a grape, a purple Tudor.
Is that dial black or grey?
No, it's purple actually,
It
Spence.
is as well.
Yeah, it was neither of your choices.
Okay.
And hence why it's called
tell me you see that.
Spence. The clue.
I can't see.
Spence. The clue was in grape.
Now I can see. Yeah.
Yeah. Greggy Boy says Black Bay was the catalyst. Absolutely, it was. Yeah, I mean, I like that, but I'm not necessarily sure I would buy that over some of the other models. What I would love to see from Tudor, actually, if I'm being honest, is where these sort of boutique specials come in. I know people, for example, that collect, Starbucks mugs from around the world from different shops because it's got, Beirut on it, or Tel Aviv, or Los Angeles. I would love to see like limited runs from Tudor. I feel like they're the brand that could potentially do it, like Swatch do. Swatch do limited edition runs based upon a store. So Covent Garden has its own Swatch. Oxford Street will have its own Swatch. And I think that'd be really cool to have in sort of Rolexes in the boot, because it would create that buzz that Tudor have and Rolex have, and make it boutique collectible. I think it would be a fantastic thing to do.
What sort of quantities are you talking about?
By the way, Tudor, I'm available for your marketing job. I'm here.
What quantities?
Even if it was 1,000 watches, and that was a limited run of 1,000 watches, and just had a different colour, because it's a change of colour of bezel, isn't it? Really, you're talking about some of these watches that make it just a little bit special. Or as a swatch collector, I know that I was always told, going back to when I was in my teenage years and early 20s, for swatches, as well as the collectible special editions that came out, you'd always look for swatches with unique hands, where the hands were different or something had happened to that. So I think maybe something along those lines. And I just feel if it's a colour change for a bezel, it's quite easily doable. Colour change for a watch face. Yeah, and then you create something at the sort of lower end of the market in pricing compared to the sister brand that could be.
No, I like that.
They might listen to
worthwhile.
Maybe April. You never know.
Never know.
April. Watches and Wonders, Spencer.
Watches and Wonders.
Let's talk about that. Watches and Wonders.
Watches and Wonders starts on the 1st, doesn't it?
Well, 27th of March it's going to start.
So that's on the...
Runs to the 2nd of April. And for the first year ever, they've opened it up to the public.
So we can see if they'll let us in.
So basically, we're going to be trying to buy some tickets. And hopefully it's going to be myself, yourself, Kaylee, and Thorpe. And we're going to be heading over to Switzerland, if we get some tickets, to go and check it all
Yeah.
out and see what it's all about. What do you think about that?
Be fabulous.
Yeah.
Fabulous if
Exciting.
we can get tickets.
Kaylee,
Yeah.
That's first.
we'll be
thing.
eating lots of chocolate, won't we?
Swiss chocolate.
Love a bit of Swiss chocolate. And also,
And duty free at the airport.
well,
Not that's like
Swatch shop at Geneva Airport.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll have a little
Perth.
check out for that. Yeah.
Duty free at Geneva Airport, probably double money. No, Gav?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it's mad.
Yeah. Won't be cheap.
It's mad. I was in town yesterday, just a side story, and I was we were running a film shoot, and we had a young man with us, like a teenager, who one of the shots we had to do in one of those like shops on Oxford Street that sell the sweets, and he had his mother who was sort of a chaperone, and he said to Mum, I really want to dive in. So he bought a packet of, I don't know, Nerds or whatever it was, 22 quid. He took her card, stabbed the thing, came out, she said, oh, that lovely. He goes, yeah, sounded quite a lot though, £22. She made him take it back.
That's ludicrous.
£22 for a packet of sweets.
No.
I always wondered how those shops survived on Oxford Street, all those sweet shops.
Because kids go in with their parents' cards.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they don't realise how much it is.
Yeah. Yeah, Mark gutted didn't have the £1,500 for the flights. Well, we're going to be looking into that. In fact, I said to Spencer, what a laugh, we should drive. We should hire a big RV for the weekend. Is that, how long is it going to take us to drive to Geneva?
Not long.
A day?
If that.
What could it take
Go on,
us?
James. How long?
James, Google it, please.
Ah.
Probably 12, 15 hours.
Gavin Svedlov says, what about the London Watch Show in March? I don't know anything about that.
No.
I know the last one got cancelled for
Yeah.
whatever reason. I've seen no marketing about March. And
I haven't heard.
and with the coming of the new showroom for you, I know that
No, I
your
haven't
focus
heard
is going to
about
be
it.
on
Yeah.
BQ watches.
11
Absolutely.
hours. 20
11 hours,
minutes.
not a bad guess.
11 hours.
Yep.
To
So I break it
Geneva.
up. Kaylee, you can drive for 10 and a half. And we'll let Paul drive the laugh. Actually, I trust Paul with
You
the
get
driving.
the Eurostar to Paris and then hire a car.
Okay. Nick Nicholas says, Kaylee will be hammered before you leave the airport in England. Kaylee, will you be one of those people drinking pints of lager at 6 in the morning?
Of course, 100%.
Not lager, gin.
Gin. Yeah, pink gin. Pink gin with lots of bubbles. Any predictions for Tudor at Watches and Wonders? It's difficult to know.
Honestly, I don't know.
I'm hoping for something amazing from them. I've got big hopes for Tudor this year.
Do you
Yeah.
think some more titanium?
One thing I did hear from a very lovely gentleman today, I won't name him because he probably won't want me to do that, but he said to me that Tudor once upon a time did a Submariner, didn't they? Going back in the day.
Yeah, true.
With snowflake hands.
Yeah.
And they were worth good money.
They were worth good money, and apparently...
And they still are, the older ones.
Yeah, they're not allowed to do that anymore. They
Why?
cannot release another Tudor Submariner. Submariner has to stay now with the Rolex brand, according to my friend. But hey ho, they'll
Do they
probably,
do the
they'll probably come
GMT?
out with
That's
the.
interesting,
Somebody
isn't it?
commented that before.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. I missed that. But thank you for that. Yeah, a nice 43mm piece would be
Ian
good.
Nicholson.
Ian Nicholson. Well, there you go. Ian's
go,
on
it's
the
on there.
Ian's on the same page as my very good friend, because he is my very good friend. Big shout out to you, Ian. I would just like to see them continuing to sort of bring out really cool retro.
Yeah, and I'd like to see them like grow. Do you know what I mean? I think they've grown a lot, well, like I said, since I've been working here. And I
Yeah.
just think this year, I just think they're just going to keep on growing, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Can you see a Tudor digital coming? A smartwatch?
A smartwatch.
Interesting,
Well,
James.
there
Yeah.
are some crossovers now, aren't
Yeah.
they? Hublot do a digital.
Tag.
Tag do a digital. And
yeah.
it is a big part of the market, isn't it? Now,
Well, it's
digital
huge now,
watches.
isn't it? Let's
Yeah.
be honest. Apple. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Have
if
you
all
seen
them-
that Apple Maxi?
I've
It's like,
re-
it's like wearing a
the new one.
supercomputer
The new
on your
one, yeah,
wrist. Yeah, it's absolutely ginormous. But yeah. Rumours of the BB41 being discontinued. I mean, we don't even talk about watches being discontinued. But what I
that
would
wouldn't
say...
surprise me, you know, in a weird way.
Yeah.
Like just the plain black wouldn't
Yeah.
surprise me.
Yeah, the last Tudor Submariner I saw was at the London Watch Show, 15 grand, says Thomas Burnett. It's not something
Yeah.
you come across
I've
often.
had them. They're quite rare.
Yeah,
But one
and
in
good
good
ones
condition.
as well, Spence,
yeah.
isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah. And they had a special hand with them, different hands.
Special hands.
Hands called
Yeah.
snowflake hands.
I did actually Google when I was looking through some of the sort of old watches, and I saw a Tudor. James, can you just Google this for me? A Tudor Oyster Date Monte Carlo, 1971. Which is great because then I think Tudor came out later on with a Tudor Heritage Chrono. But James, if you can pop that up on the screen, it's got a sort of blue and orange face. Tudor Oyster Date Monte Carlo.
This one?
I can't see because my eyes aren't that good, I'm afraid. Bring it up. Have a little look.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
that's it.
Yeah, that is it.
Yeah, bring that up on screen. And I really quite like that watch.
Yeah.
And then if you just
What's the price on that, James?
€42,000.
Yeah, 42,000. If you now Google Tudor Heritage Chrono Blue, James, Tudor Heritage Chrono Blue. So basically, they sort of re-released the watch. They changed around the sub-dials, I think, to reverse them. I did actually have some pictures of this and didn't bother bringing it in. There you go. If you have a look down there, yeah. I think they
Which
reversed the sub-dials.
This one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think that's just... I love it.
Yeah.
really
1,500
like it.
quid.
Sorry?
Cheap as chips.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just
Nice.
put it away for 30 years to be €42,000.
See how you get on. Exactly. Now, one thing we did have this week is a really interesting call for an unboxing of a watch that we saw last week. But James, I
Yes.
don't see the button on my screen for some reason.
Do you want me to press play then?
Can you press play, please, on the unboxing?
She just deserves the world, my mum.
Does she?
No, she really does.
When's she coming on the show?
Yeah, I don't think she will.
What do you mean?
I just don't think she will. I mean, just love her, miss her.
Ah, we should get her on the show.
She won't.
Drop a comment in the link below if you want Trudy Lincoln on the show. She can come and do an unboxing with us.
Yeah, I mean, she's good. She knows her watches. But
What watch do you think she would pick to unbox?
She loves the Tiffany OP.
Does she?
Yeah. She actually said, like, if you know. I was thinking, no, I don't know.
What does
I'll
that
buy
mean?
you a car, not a watch.
If you know. you know. If you feel like treating me to a watch. At least she picked a cracker.
I know. Have you seen my nails?
Ooh, very fancy.
They're cute, aren't they?
Gorgeous. What are they? 2 dots?
Yeah, just like I just thought, rather than
Might
just
wanna show
having
the
all
camera.
pink,
Yeah,
just had like 2 little dots.
very nice.
You know, treated myself to that. Treated myself to this cute bracelet.
Very nice. Looks like a Cartier love bangle.
It's not, a girl can dream, Gav. A girl can dream.
Should we do the unboxing?
Yeah. Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome back. Hope you're doing well and having a great start to 2023.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I always forget it.
I know. White box.
So I thought we done IWC last week, and it was
We did.
and it was a good reaction we got back. Because obviously, like we said, we always do Rolexes.
Lovely feedback.
And I see a lot of people have been asking us on Instagram, have you got this IWC, this one?
Yeah.
So I thought I'd show another one that we had in. Thought it
Okay.
was quite a good idea.
Perfect. Lovely.
So I thought I'd show you. So this is a lovely box, very small, but it's nice, very neat.
Storable. That's what I would say.
Yep. And then look inside here, Gav. So you get like a little travel pouch
Right.
inside it,
Okay.
which
Gorgeous.
is cute.
Lovely.
And then,
Beautiful leather case.
isn't it?
Yeah. Absolutely gorgeous.
Lovely like travel pouch as well, which is so nice. So, and this is it, guys. So this is the one that we've been speaking about. I think Spencer said it quite a few times, the Lake Tahoe one.
Yeah. The IWC Top Gun.
Top Gun, Lake Tahoe, yeah. I mean, the white with the black dial is something different, do you not think?
Totally stunning. I absolutely love this. I saw this last week. We
see
put it on the
it.
Instagram, and then I know a few people
everyone
requested to
was-
see
yeah.
it. Yeah. Let's have a little look. Let's keep it's nice of that. But yeah, it's a white rubber strap.
Yeah, so it's like a white rubber strap with a ceramic case. First white case I've really seen, really white.
Yeah, it's got a protective film on it still, and it says on the back, yeah, United States Navy Top Gun.
That's quite cool.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
I like it with the black dial was the best combination in my opinion.
I think that as a dial, Kelly, if you just hold that for a second, I think that as a dial is absolutely beautiful.
With the chronograph
and also
everything.
because it's got a matte finish.
It's got the day and the date as
yeah.
well.
Because it's got a matte finish to the
Yeah.
to the ceramic case, sets it off beautifully, and also with the pushers on the side. Shall I have just a little try
Yeah.
on? I'm not saying that I wouldn't wear a white watch, but it's not something that necessarily would kind of stand out to me as something I would.
Well, you know what it's like
instantly
when you
but-
wear white trainers, so.
I mean, that's true. It does get a little bit, but actually on the wrist, it does
wow.
look. It does look
looks
really,
lovely.
really nice.
Yeah. It's the white case with the white strap with then the black dial. That is the combination, in my
Yeah.
opinion. I think any other dial might not work as well, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I think black is the dial.
Yeah, and I think also the rubberized finish on the yeah, it's absolutely stunning.
Stunning.
Really, really beautiful. Kaylee, if somebody wants to purchase this watch, how much is it?
So this is 11,900, 2022, brand new, box and papers.
Beautiful.
You can Find me on TikTok,
YouTube,
Instagram.
or they can just call you at the shop.
Yeah.
See you on the next one.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
What a piece.
I think striking, absolutely striking. That's what I'd say with it. Just, there's nothing else. Hublot, I've done a few over the years, but not many people. Besides the Chanel J12s.
Do you know whose comment I'd like to see about that watch? Paul Thorpe. Did you like that watch? Because that is right up your Strasser.
Yeah,
Do you know
is
what?
very up his
But
street.
He only likes the rips in the jeans. You'd have to rip the strap a bit.
Yeah, I mean, as I said in the VT, I'm not sure I could get away wearing a white watch, or I'd want to wear a white watch. But I have to say, it's a gorgeous looking.
Gorgeous.
The dial on
Really
it is really,
Yeah.
really
It's
lovely.
definitely the black on the white for me that
Yeah.
really.
Go on, Paul. Put your
Amazes
credit
me.
card in. We'll send it out tomorrow.
He says it's a bargain. I don't know if he's referring to something else, but the last comment I can see from Paul is bargain. How much was it, Kaylee?
11,900.
Yes, I think that's what it was.
It's quite
Yeah,
reasonable.
11,000. Yeah. I saw a comment just went through about actually someone was saying they could think it's going to be a release this year is a rose gold Tudor panda-ish thing.
Okay.
Sounds money.
That's
Sounds
chrono.
money.
That's what you mean.
Sorry, how funny is that picture on our website? All you think you can see is the dial.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think it's the screens actually.
No,
that
it
blow-
is, but that's so funny looking at it there.
That's how white it is.
That literally is how
screen.
white it is.
11,900.
Yeah.
Absolutely stunning. Talking of watches, actually, I was tinkering around and Googling today, and this came up. Do you know what this is, Spence?
Yep.
I can see what it is. I can guess. I feel
It's
like
a
I know
Richard
that
Mille.
horse. That horse is either.
It's a Richard Mille Ferrari.
01 Ferrari
Okay.
Club. It's the world's thinnest watch. It's 1.2 millimeters. That's it
Oh
being
my
worn.
God, look.
It's 1.2 millimeters.
Wow.
Wow.
Have a look at this little video. I mean, look at that. But it comes with a I mean, I don't know who could actually wear it or who would have the money. Spence, how much do you think that
Wow.
watch is? Have a little look. How much do you think that watch is?
That's money.
Jesus,
That's proper money.
Yeah.
What's proper money?
£500,000.
Kaylee?
375.
1.75 million.
What?
1.75 million pounds.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, Thomas Bennett, there you go. He's got 1.8 million quid.
What is happening on the dial? I can't understand. There's a
Well,
lot
it's
going
so
on.
at 1.2 millimeters. There's imagine the workings
You know
inside how
something?
tiny they've got to
If
be.
it was 1.2, I'll consider it. 1.8, it's just a little
just
bit.
too
Well,
much.
talking about considering it, Spence, I found something else for you today. You know, I sit obviously and I watch Kaylee on TikTok all the time. And then TikTok throws me things because it knows that I obviously like watches, and then it comes across cars. And I found this, Spencer, and I had to get it. Do you know what this is? Okay, so there's no volume on, no audio. Basically, this is a McLaren Lego.
I do it.
Okay, hold on a second. But you can't hear the audio. It's this Shmee fella who looks around cars. It's
made. I can see
it's
now the
made
seed.
of leather, of Lego. Apart from a couple of obviously the control panel and the steering wheel and the seat he's sitting in, and it's got a start-stop button which he's about to press there, and also if you hit the accelerator, it's got a noise box to make the sound.
Stop it.
Yeah, yes, it's
Lego have done it. What, for their museum or factory or?
I have no idea how they built it or what for, but it's absolutely incredible that someone's gone to all that effort to make an exact replica of a
Spence would
McLaren.
100% make one of them. If you gave him that in a box and said, you have to sit here and make
I
that,
kid you not.
he
I
would do
googled it after, Spence, to see if I could buy you one.
How much?
Spence,
Well,
that looks like your new unit.
Yeah, it does. It does actually. Yeah, doesn't it? I googled it to see if I could buy you one, and all that kept coming up was a small little kit of a McLaren. I think of that car, but small.
What, the green one? Is it
He's probably
green or
already done it.
orange? I've probably got it. It's the orange one. I've got
Is it?
that.
You bought a new Lego recently.
My friend, what's it? Ian.
My friend, what's his name?
I love that you
Ian,
whispered
yeah.
into the mic.
Ian brings over. That's the one up there. Show us that, James. He every so often
The
pops
race
along.
car,
The race car.
170 quid.
Yeah, it wasn't that one. This was
No,
more like
it's not that.
£175,000. Wow. Mike Lewis, Shmee car collection is bigger than our watch collection. Yeah. Typical McLaren, bits would fall off.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty impressive, though, isn't it?
Yeah. Isn't that a piece?
Yeah. They're all pieces, aren't they? Lego's amazing, isn't it? Have you seen the documentary about Lego?
No.
You should watch it on Netflix. Unbelievable.
Something else I've got to do.
I've got loads for you to do. In fact, you've got loads to do because as well as building your new premises, we need to talk about the next auction.
Yes.
What's going on?
Kaylee, they've all asked.
Yeah, everyone asked us to do it again, so we are. It will be on
30th
of Jan, and you'll all be excited to know that it is a mixture of brands.
And I was supposed to do the list today, but didn't get
Well, I
round
did
to
say
it.
I had a whole slot in
I
here
was
on
going
my
to put
card.
it out, but it'll be up on the. When will it be up? It'll be on the website this week.
Okay.
Yeah, 30 pieces on the 30th.
Hold on, I thought it was 20.
No, it's 30. It's 30. You know what?
It's
There were
30.
so many pieces,
I don't know if I've got that
and I
wrong.
wanted to mix it up. With
Okay. But are you
Brightlings
going to
and
go all
Tudors.
the way through the price ranges?
Yes.
Yes, all the way through the
Yeah.
price ranges. Guys, if
So
there's
just so everyone
any...
knows, there's some Tudors, Amigas, Cartiers, IWCs,
Brilliant.
Polarized,
And Rolex.
and some Rolex.
And Rolex.
And some
But
Rolexes.
Not all Rolex.
It's not all at all.
I think that's a good idea.
It's minority Rolex, the rest other
Lovely.
brands.
Okay, that's a great idea. If you have any watches you'd like to see in the auction when you browse through the website, perhaps drop
You
a
can
comment.
mention, we'll
drop
see
a
if we
comment
can
in,
put
and
certain
absolutely
things
see if
in.
we can put it in. And I assume we're going to what we're doing: reserves, no reserves,
Reserves,
mixture.
a mixture.
You'll still leave some unreserved, won't
some
you? Because
without reserve. again.
someone's got to have a bargain
Yeah.
somewhere, haven't they?
Exactly.
Yeah. Otherwise, it'll all feel a bit. And Paul Thorpe, hopefully,
We'll be here.
will be joining us for that one. But for now, it's time for Kaylee's Celebrity Watch. Kaylee,
The man,
who is
the
that?
legend, Drake.
Drake.
With probably... I actually read a thing on him yesterday about
Yeah.
his house
Right.
and what's part of it.
Yeah.
I can't even go into it. It's actually insane.
What's he got in his house?
No, but like what things are made of. Like he's got a black marble bath. But
Yes.
but
It's
real.
marble.
No, but real like black marble. There's like chandeliers.
Hold on a
that has,
second.
like-
What do you think it was going to be otherwise?
No, but you know how like
Pretend
sometimes
marble.
yeah, but you know how. But
It's
like,
Drake.
I know, but it's
He's
just
gonna have the real thing.
crazy. Mental, no. So he's got the Paul Newman Daytona, but obviously the older reference 6239.
Love that.
You love that one, don't you, Spence? Is that the one?
That's what I want to
Amazing.
see.
That's got the 40.
That's what I want to see from Tudor next week.
15, 30, 45,
60,
60.
which I think we
that's
had
the
that conversation
Paul Newman.
last week, where this is
because
the
that one didn't have.
yeah
That one has.
And list, obviously, it's vintage because we don't know.
discontinued.
Discontinued a long
So
time
what do you
ago.
think?
Right, well, I believe last week they were about 100 grand.
Yep.
I think the one we saw last week is 100 grand.
That's about $250,000.
Well, I was going to split the difference. I was going to go 175. So I'm going to go 175.
$250,000.
$250,000 for you.
James?
The answer is
Cheap.
165. We'll have two. Okay.
Next.
Next up is... Now,
James
That's
Bond.
the-
this has been
Expensive piece.
all over the internet all week because James Bond himself is wearing a Swatch Neptune, obviously saving it for me. Obviously, he's delivering it to me after he's
I
worn
wonder which one that is, Gav. Do you think that's the old one or the new produced one?
it. It could be either or. I would probably say...
There's
Is
no
there a way to
staining on
tell?
his wrist.
yeah,
so
there's no
it's probably
staining on
new.
his wrist. No, there is no way to tell.
Oh, okay.
They're
They're literally the same.
The
apart
list
from
price,
same.
Spencer, is £218.
I thought I'd throw a curveball in it.
By the way, that's gone up £9 since I first...
They
Yeah,
were
yeah,
too.
yeah.
See?
Yeah, they've gone up. They've gone up in price.
Appreciate it.
Okay, so obviously.
But this is the sought after. This is the
Yeah.
sought after one.
Okay, so Gav,
This is it.
this is your expertise.
Gav
Just
knows.
go.
Well,
What do you
Let
think?
him go last.
Well, it's a
'cause he
it's a
knows.
wide.
Go on then,
It's
Spencer, you go.
I know
What
they've
do
been
you
as
think
high
it
as
is?
£3,000.
Yeah, I mean.
I know they've been
some
as
of them
high
are
as
still.
£3,000, and I would probably say it's going to be two. It can't be higher than
Spence?
I'll
three.
say 15.
15. All right. James?
1500.
James. Well, I'll tell you what. If anybody can find me one at £1,000,
You're
I'll
a
have
buyer.
it.
There we
If
go.
anybody can find me one at £1,000, I
There
will
we go.
take it all day long.
What, the new one?
Yeah, I'll take one.
950.
I'm fed up with
heavily
everybody
marked.
promising me one. I've got such a good relationship with Swatch, and yet I've been promised since September. Don't worry, don't buy it
Weird, and they're fine
secondary.
with-
And I'm now in February nearly, and
Weird.
yeah,
Okay, and the
Yeah.
last one is
Oh, yeah, the last one, I better press the button then, hadn't I? 18 carat white gold Patek Philippe Nautilus factory set with 10 baguette cut diamonds as hour markers. List price 79.5k. That is from the struggling
Frank Lampard.
Everton manager. Yeah, he could be selling that soon.
Just to pay the wages.
Does love his watches, old Frank, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Loves his watches. Spencer, what do you think on that? Because
I'd say it's about 220.
220. I'm going to go I'm going to go underneath you. I'm going to go 175.
James?
Wow.
Wow.
I think if he wants to sell it, well,
The market is
Got a
strong in
profit in
Patek
it.
Philippe.
It's in that piece.
it is in that piece.
Unbelievable, isn't it? Interesting, though, how certain models have really sort of held their peace. And
I've not seen that. I've not seen that piece.
Yeah.
No, nor have I.
yeah,
But
Brian McCarthy says
diamond
250 grand.
baguette, so
Yeah. Yeah. Pretty
Quite a
smart,
piece.
pretty special.
In Chelsea blue.
In Chelsea blue, exactly. Should we just do our last piece then before we finish for the evening? It's our questions from Instagram.
Yeah.
Saying 1k for a plastic watch, you okay, Gav? Ray, have no fear. I will never be. I will never be paying over lists for a swatch ever. I say it in excitement for all of you, but no, not a chance ever. Let's have a little look. Question 1. It's my game 99 who actually sent in that clip that we had of Roy Keane earlier. Spencer, prefer your personal watch collection to have box and papers? Do you prefer to have them? And have you still got your 5513?
Yes, I do. Look, obviously you prefer, but if I see a watch that's beautiful and there's something special about it, I'll still pick the watch, even if it hasn't got papers.
Yeah.
Look, you can always get
Yeah.
a box. But if the watch is really nice, I'd still have it.
And obviously, we've talked about this in way earlier episodes that back in the 1970s, nobody ever kept hold of a piece of paper.
No.
You are pretty lucky if you
Yeah,
kept
if you
everything
get something
together.
old that has got the papers.
Yeah. Okay. Question number 2 from Gotham. Best Tudor to hold the value for future. That's just a guess, isn't it? But the thing is,
Submariner, Snowflake.
yeah,
With box and papers.
With box and papers, yeah, 1960. The thing about this is you're never doing your brains on these watches, are you?
No.
You know, in real terms.
And you can wear and afford to wear them and
Absolutely.
use them.
Yeah.
yeah, and not feel like worried to wear them if you're wearing it to work or anything. Do you know what I mean? It's still a lovely,
Oh,
lovely watch.
I
You
absolutely
wear yours every day.
I love wearing mine. Question number 3. Has Spencer ever considered wearing a Tudor?
No, not until
Not
today.
until this evening.
Not until today. And which one are you going to be wearing for the rest of the month, Spencer?
I think I'm going to go for the titanium. Like
For the
you
titanium,
said.
for 39.
Yeah.
Yeah? On the rubber?
Yeah.
Okay. I expect to see it on your Instagram tomorrow. Next question is number 4. Do oyster quartz need specialist batteries? Do they ever need servicing? Spencer's opinion on them.
My opinion on them is that they never used to sell and they weren't desirable. But of later years, they've gone up massively. You must keep on top. If the battery leaks, the movement's ruined. And
Yeah.
it's a big problem.
Okay.
But they're a bit retro. They're just saying a bit different
Yeah.
now.
D-Time Love is saying Tudor Monte Carlo, I think, as the Tudor that will hold its value or appreciate in time. So thanks for that, D. Hope you're keeping well. Looking forward to having you on the show very soon. Question number 5. Are the Tudor Harrods just kidding from Holloway Mark? Everyone has to mention that, don't they? Tudor Black Bay Chrono Panda. Best watch in the range. Discuss.
In the Black Bays, I would say that and the Pro. in my
Again, they look different. Depends on how you show them there.
Yeah.
There it does look very good.
Does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, I see, me having said I love the black, the white does look really good, doesn't it, with the black subdials?
Yeah.
Yeah, really, really nice. So I hope that's enough of the discussion for you. Vince Mahoney. Day date, rose, chocolate dial, diamond markers, price please, guys and girls. Oh, I don't know.
We got
To
one
buy
of those.
or to
Have we
sell?
got that? Or
No.
we got the eyes and Kaiser.
We've got the eyes and guys on.
Got eyes and cars. You're off the top of your head, Kaylee, with the diamond baguette dials.
It's probably about 48.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like
Again,
to selling at
I
48,
don't like
not
diamond
buying
dial
it.
watches, but the diamond baguette, I've said,
Yeah.
they've done a fabulous job.
Yeah.
I love it.
It's such a smart watch with
Yeah.
the chocolate dial as well, isn't
Yeah,
it?
that's the price they're probably selling at now.
Yeah, absolutely beautiful. When is the next Tudor watch coming out? Your guess is as good as mine, but I would imagine it would probably be Watches and Wonders.
Yeah.
We've only got sort of maybe, how many weeks? 5 weeks, 6 weeks, 7 weeks, 12 weeks. Yeah.
I say we're not even not at the end of
We're
January.
not even at the end of
That's
January.
right.
Yeah.
About 10.
10 weeks. Okay. So 10 weeks. There's our guess for that one. Art and decoration. Does the team agree that Tudor is no longer a poor man's Rolex?
I just hate that term.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
not a big
don't like that
fan.
comment.
Yeah.
It's
Well, I
still,
think-
it's not cheap. It's cheap compared to. It's less expensive compared to Rolex.
I
but
would
hate
say
that term.
I would say that since their rebrand, since 2016, since Beckham came on board, and the gap is closing, and they got their own sort of identity, as a watch brand. I think they're really closing the gap, and I think poor man's Rolex is no longer.
It's not.
Yeah, it's no longer a
Yeah.
statement. Yeah. Let's have a little look. Next question: Tudor sub or Tudor big block?
Pardon?
So a Tudor sub, which is on the right hand side,
Yeah.
or the Tudor big block, which is basically it's basically like their version of a Paul Newman Daytona going back in the day.
Tudor sub.
Sub. I like
I'm
sub.
big block. I think that's a great looking watch.
Okay.
Guys, which one watch you regret buying and one watch you regret not buying? Spence, this is really a question for you.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
and
I've
this
got
can
no
be in
watch
business as well. Come on, talk about the worst deal you've ever done that you regret buying.
Wow. Look, there's so
many.
I mean, God, there's so many pieces. But I do remember one that sticks out. I was once on a trip abroad and I bought a 6239 that turned out to be fake and regretted buying it because it was not. The watch was correct.
Yeah.
Parts of it. But it wasn't a correct watch. But the good thing was then someone else came in and said, I have a really rare watch here. And he brought in a 6239. I said, we get them all the time. Here's another one. So because I had the one I bought, it helped me buy the one that was correct.
Right.
So that compensated for the two.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So that was the first one I regretted buying, and the second one I was glad to buy.
Okay.
Yeah. So that was my way out of that.
Fantastic. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. I've totally lost where I am because of the buttons. Here we go. I think we are. Here we go. 40k budget. Put it all into one piece or several pieces. Suggestion, please. It's an interesting one. What would you say, Spencer? I've got my views on this.
Probably a couple of pieces. Again, it depends whether they're going to just sit in the safe or whether you're going to use the watches.
I think it also depends on where you are in your collection. Because if you've been collecting for a long time, you may think, well, 40 grand, I'll have my next
You'll buy
trophy
something,
piece.
probably gold.
Yeah.
Which would be a gold piece.
Yeah,
Or if
something
you're
nice there.
starting out, a few steel pieces.
Absolutely. And get yourself sort of, up and running. And you may even go down the Tudor route, get a few in there, get yourself, a nice
Or
Kermit.
a Pepsi or a sub or a Kermit.
Get yourself a few
Yeah,
pieces.
it depends on where you are
I think
with
it's
it.
I think it's where you are in your collecting
Yeah.
journey, which
I
is
agree.
really kind of interesting. I think that's kind of it for our questions for this week. There was one other watch that I was going to show last week, but I want to show this week because I thought this was fascinating. I don't know if you saw this. I'm sure you did if you anywhere on the planet Earth and look at the internet. But this was a release from Frank Muller, okay, with some lovely cute bunny rabbits. Except look what the bunny rabbits are doing on the dial. It was a collab that just came out, and the bunny rabbits are having a bunk up at the number 7.
That's so weird.
And
Why
obviously
would
it's
you
a
do
brand I've
that?
probably never heard of that I've done a collab with, but I thought that is super cute.
It's sort of like the Snoopy, isn't it?
It is a little bit, yeah.
Just
The
a
Frank
dirtier
Muller,
version.
the Frank Muller
Muller.
Vanguard, yeah, with the bunk up bunnies.
Mental.
It's a Paul Thorpe special, that one, because it was in white. I think that's about it for this week, Spence.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that time already.
I'm going to try and line up a special guest for next week.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's a surprise. We'll have a mystery guest for next week.
Okay, interesting.
And then 2 weeks' time,
Auction. Guys, if you haven't done so already, please do hit the subscribe button. It means a lot to us, and an upvote is always very welcome. If you'd like to join us on the panel here at That Watch Guy London, drop me an email, thatwatchguylondon@gmail.com. We'd love to have some guests on the show for this year. Some new faces would be great. If you're a watch collector and you want to bring on some watches and we can have a little chat about your collection, that would be great. And apart from that, Spencer, it's time to say goodnight.
Thank you, guys. Remember, if you haven't dealt with us yet, it's only a matter of time.
See you next week.
Bye.